Hello everyone. In today's video, we'll talk about ascending tracts. So first and foremost, what are tracts? Tracts are bundle of axons in central nervous system. Ascending means it goes up to the specific parts of the CNS. They are located in the white matter and conduct afferent or sensory information. They carry mainly two types of information: exteroceptive, which originates from outside of the body, and proprioceptive originate from the inside of the body. As proprioception is basically knowing one's position of joints, ligaments, and muscles in space. It's basically a three neuron system: first order neuron, second order neuron, and third order neuron. Now, this is a well labeled diagram of a spinal cord cross section depicting ascending and descending tracts. For now, let us concentrate on ascending tracts on the left side. Ascending tracts are represented in blue color and descending tracts are represented in red color here. Their relative positions in the spinal cord is shown here in the diagram. The first two heads are showing fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus presented dorsally. Both of them are the parts of dorsal column medial lemniscus system. Next head is posterior spinocerebellar tract presented dorsolaterally. Next one is anterior spinocerebellar tract. Then is lateral spinothalamic tract in the lateral white matter. Then is present anterior spinothalamic tract. Broadly, ascending tracts are classified into three pathways. First one is dorsal column pathway, also known as dorsal column medial lemniscus system. Second one is anterolateral pathway, also known as spinothalamic pathway. Third one is spinocerebellar pathway. All these three pathways involve a sequence of three neurons each. First order neuron delivers sensation to the CNS, and the cell body is in the dorsal and cranial root ganglion. Second order neuron, an interneuron with the cell body in the spinal cord or brain. Third order neuron transmits information from the thalamus to the cerebral cortex. So first we take up dorsal column medial lemniscus system. So what type of sensation does it carry? It picks up discriminative touch, that is fine touch and two-point discrimination, also vibrations and proprioception. It's an extremely fast pathway because neurons involved are highly myelinated. So let me show you a better diagram. Now look at this diagram very carefully. Uh, Through special receptors like Meissner corpuscles, Merkel disc, Pacinier corpuscles, Ruffini corpuscles, and free nerve endings, fibers from these receptors bring in information as first order neuron. Please see the ones in blue color, which is located in the dorsal root ganglion, and this is a pseudo unipolar neuron, are projected into dorsal gray horn of the spinal cord. From here, these fibers funnel in without synapsing into this part right here in the dorsal white columns like fasciculus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus. Here it is fasciculus cuneatus. Remember, this fasciculus gracilis picks up information below T6 level, that is legs and lower body, and fasciculus cuneatus picks up information above the T6 level, that is upper limbs and upper trunk. This somatotropic arrangement is such that most medial one is the lower limbs, that is sacral is the most medial, then is lumbar, then is thoracic, then is cervical. So this pathway is ipsilateral till the level of a spinal cord. Now these first order neurons go up to the second order neurons, which are located in the posterior part of the medulla, shown in red color now. So fasciculus gracilis will synapse with nucleus gracilis and fasciculus cuneatus will synapse with the nucleus cuneatus, again on the same side. Now these second order neurons bundle up and cross over to the opposite side. Now this crossing part is called internal arcuate fibers. They move up in a special structure. This special structure is called medial lemniscus. That's why the name dorsal column medial lemniscus system, which moves up through the brainstem and converge onto special nuclei located in the thalamus, known as ventro-posterolateral nucleus. From here, the third order neuron arise, which is shown in green color here. These axons move through the posterior limb of the internal capsule, then project up as the corona radiata and goes to the cerebral cortex. Please practice making these diagrams because these are really important ones. Now moving on to the next ascending tract, that is spinothalamic tract, also known as an anterolateral system. So what is its function? There are two divisions of this tract, namely anterior spinothalamic tract and lateral spinothalamic tract. These two carry separate information. Anterior spinothalamic tract carries crude touch and pressure, and lateral spinothalamic tract carries pain and temperature. And these are stimulated through nociceptors. So again, this is an important diagram. Look carefully. First order neurons are shown in blue color here. You can see that there are two fibers shown as first order neurons and also second order and third order neurons. One is representing anterior spinothalamic tract and the other one is representing lateral spinothalamic tract. Let me explain. So for crude touch, first order neuron fibers go and synapse with the second order neurons present in rex lamina 2, 3 or 4 in dorsal gray horn obviously. And this second order neuron, now in red color, crosses over eventually and goes to the contralateral side anterior white commissure, and from anterior white column it moves up as anterior spinothalamic tract. And for pain pathway, first order neurons, that is A delta fibers, bring in sensation, see the blue color, bring in the sensation from the receptors to dorsal gray horn and synapse with the second order neuron, now in red color, which then crosses over and go to the contralateral side anterior white commissure and go to the lateral white column and move up as lateral spinothalamic tract. Also remember that in pain pathway, A delta is for the neospinothalamic pathway and that is for fast pain. And C fibers are part of paleospinothalamic tract, that is for the slow pain. So now these fibers hold together, move up as spinal lemniscus and reach the thalamus and converge onto the ventro-posterolateral nucleus. From here, the third order neuron, which are represented in green color, project as corona radiata and go to the cerebral cortex. Now next one is spinocerebellar tracts. There are two, posterior and anterior spinocerebellar tract. It's mainly concerned with the control of posture and coordination of movements. Now spinotactile tracts, concerned with audiovisual reflexes. Spino-olivary tract, concerned with proprioception. Now it's all sum up here. Please go through this table. Now important one. Now in this table, clinical tests are given to check the ascending tracts. So for spinothalamic tract, pain with pinprick and temperature test. For lateral spinothalamic tract, and for anterior spinothalamic tract and dorsal column medial lemniscus system, joint sense, vibration with a tuning fork, tactile localization, Bromberg's test, stereognosis and crude touch and crude pressure. For dorsal and ventral spinocerebellar tract, finger nose test and heel knee shin test. Spino-olivary and spinotactile tracts, visual and proprioception. And clinical disorder related to ascending tract is Brown-Sequard syndrome and syringomyelia. Thank you.